Parks and Recreation Department. We have Michelle Austin who's going to talk to us about the Blueways and the Greenways.
So I love talking about our Greenway and Blueway system. I took some notes just so I make sure I cover everything exciting that we've got coming up. I did want to start off by talking about the Clarksville Greenway. So when you hear us say Clarksville Greenway, I think most people think about Pollard Road Trailhead, and you take it to the right and you go to the water treatment plant, or you take it to the left and go over Hand Bridge towards Mary's Oak. And that was installed in 2009, 2010. Pretty quickly thereafter, we realized, we had something here and we really needed to expand this and make those connections across Clarksville. So a group of trail enthusiasts, cyclists, and local developers got together and developed the Clarksville Montgomery County Greenway Blueway Bicycle Master Plan. So it's a very large document with some really long-range plans, but the things that we want to do in the future, that plan lives with the Regional Planning Authority on their website. So when there's future development here in Clarksville, property becomes available, funding becomes available with the city or the county, we can take advantage of those pieces of property to install the trails that we want to bring here to Clarksville. So since that plan was developed in 2015, we've installed some connections across Clarksville. So if you're on the Cumberland Riverwalk, if you take that along behind Two Rivers Business Center, there's a section of trail that was developed there a few years ago. If you take the Clarksville Greenway south past the water treatment plant, you'll see that we've extended the Greenway just about to the Red River in the north, and then our new trailhead that the city has installed just below Craft Street, that's going to connect New Providence Bridge to our new trailhead at Craft Street, and to Austin Peay Spur, which is super exciting, which connects our students here off of Ferris Drive. It's a beautiful trail. It's like right here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like right there.
It's very wooded below Emerald Hills and around and connects to that Red River trailhead. And that is all leading up to a huge connection that's coming next year, and that is the pedestrian overpass. So that is going to pass over the Red River, and I have some maps here. It's really hard to visualize that unless you see it on a map, and Amanda's got those. You can grab one or they'll be at the table. But what that is going to do is connect the existing Clarksville Greenway to the north, over the bridge, to the Red River Trail, and all the way through downtown to Upland Trail.
Oh, wow.
So that's us changing that dialogue and not referring to the Clarksville Greenway as those two sections in North Clarksville, but creating a greenway system throughout the city that is going to connect all of these existing trails, but also our future trails, and connect people to places. So what that's going to mean is an Austin Peay student can hop on a BCycle at the Foy Center, take that trail, that Austin Peay trail, down to the Red River, over the pedestrian bridge, up past Pollard, past Mary's Oak, all the way to Heritage Park. Or that person that's training for that marathon can park at Heritage Park, and they can run past Mary's Oak, past Pollard, over the Red River, down the Cumberland Riverwalk, up the Upland Trail to downtown, and that's 9 miles one way. Wow. So that's super exciting, and doing all of that without encountering a motor vehicle. So we are really excited about that. So that's our Greenway. That's our plans that we have right now. Of course, we've got some earmarks, some areas where we want future development, but right now we're focusing on that bridge because that's going to be the big one for us. In regards to Blueways, so when I say Blueway, a lot of people think that the city has a Blueway system, like the city of Clarksville has a Blueway system. The city of Clarksville manages 2 access points. That is the Robert Clark Park, which is very near the intersection of Peachers Mill and Tiny Town Road. And then, of course, Billy Dunlop has an access point. When those went in 4 or 5 years ago, we had no idea that they were going to explode in popularity like they have. And I mean, we're really feeling that growing pain. Our parking lots, our river system is feeling those growing pains. Our property owners along that river system are feeling those growing pains. We've recently added a third managed Blueway access point at our new Red River Trailhead, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. But that is what the city manages. But we encourage anybody that wants to go out on the river, take their family out on the river, you should reach out to your local outfitters, because those are the experts on the river. They're the ones that are going to tell you, hey, that river's low. You're going to end up having to carry your kayak through that section. You're probably going to want to put in this other privately owned location. Or they're going to tell you, we had heavy rains 3 days ago. You don't want to take your 10-year-old out on that fastly moving water. They're also going to know if there's a log jam somewhere. But they're the people you need to reach out to if you want to safely navigate our city's Blueway system. And that is the Cumberland River, the Red River, West Fork Red River, Spring Creek, Ringgold Creek. We have a lot, but those local outfitters, they have access to way more access points than what the city of Clarksville does. So always start your trip there. Our third access point that we've recently installed is at the Red River Trailhead off of Craft Street. If you don't know, I mean, I've lived here my whole life and I had no idea, but that's an old marina down there. So that marina was operated at one point in time. The launch point is open now. You can put your kayak or canoe in there and paddle around that old marina, or take it out on the Red River Trail. If you wanted to connect to something from there, you would probably take that thread downriver to where it connects with the Cumberland, and then take that to Trice Landing to take out. But another really exciting project that we have underway, which is fully funded, it's with the Corps of Engineers, and they are going to be dredging that marina. It's Corps of Engineer property project, so we don't really have a good firm timeline on that. It might be a while, but they're going to dredge that old marina to about 5 foot deep, and they're going to clean it up, make it so it's really easy access to a paddling area, but also improve the wetlands there and plant that with wildflowers. So once that's complete and has some time to really grow, it's going to be a picturesque area, especially for if you're learning to kayak. I mean, it's going to be some really slow, well, it's a marina, so the water won't be moving, so it's going to be great for that. And real quick, I just wanted to touch on BCycle. So when we talk about Greenways, we talk about, cycling. Our BCycle system has 5 stations. 4 of them are very easy to access our Greenway system. So we have the station at Pollard, we have a station at McGregor Park, and we have the station at the Foy Center, and a station at the Downtown Commons. All of those are easy access to our Greenway system. And if you'd like to know more about our memberships for our BCycle and how easy it is to check out a bike, Amanda is at the BCycle tent and she'd be happy to communicate that to you. And then our 5th station is at Liberty Park. And yeah, we plan on that becoming a connection to our Greenway system soon, but that's going to be a larger challenge. But it's our plan.